on her visit to Asia as US Vice President Kamala Harris pledges an enduring commitment to the region. Locked down in their own country, Australians wonder when they can expect things to open up. And the French football club Nice is forced to close part of its grounds after a mass brawl involving players and supporters.
Lebanon turns to Iran to help with an acute shortage of fuel as the country continues to spiral from crisis to crisis. Also, para-badminton and India's rising badminton star, Palak Kohli, both of them preparing to make their debut at the Tokyo Paralympics.
Today, Pfizer's two-dose COVID-19 vaccine has received full approval from the US Food and Drug Administration, the first jab to be licensed in the country. The vaccine was previously being given under an emergency use authorization. US President Joe Biden says the announcement should encourage companies to demand their employees get the jab. In Germany, tighter restrictions have come into force to access to a wide range of services such as hotels, swimming pools, hospitality and hairdressers. In most German regions, access to these facilities in high infection areas will be restricted to those who have been vaccinated, tested negative or have recovered from the virus recently. 8 members of the climate change campaign group Extinction Rebellion have been arrested after mass protests in central London. The anti-fossil fuel protesters are fastening chairs to the ground to express solidarity with nations disproportionately affected by climate change.
From around the world, Israeli warplanes have launched strikes for a second night in Gaza in the latest escalation of tension after weekend border clashes. No casualties reported from those raids, though, which follow Saturday's hostilities when Israeli troops fired at Palestinian protesters at the border, claiming that some had thrown explosives and tried to scale the wall. The president of Tunisia has extended the suspension of parliament and parliamentary immunity until further notice. Kais Saied assumed executive authority last month in a surprise move which his opponents have labelled as a coup. He's defended his actions. He said the measures, which included the sacking of the prime minister, were necessary to save the country from collapse. The leader of the far-right Proud Boys group in the United States has been sentenced to 5 months in jail after being found guilty of misdemeanor offences during a pro-Trump demonstration last December. Henry Tario, known to his followers as Enrique, admitted burning a Black Lives Matter banner.
McDonald's says it's run out of milkshakes and bottled drinks in its outlets in England, Wales and Scotland after supply chain issues. The firm is just the latest to be hit by problems after similar issues at Nando's and KFC. The industry says there's currently a shortage of 90,000 HGV drivers, blamed on older drivers retiring, new immigration rules after Brexit and COVID restrictions that stopped new recruits taking tests.